Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Teresa Report Show. Today, I am presenting episode 4, Learning How to Love Yourself Again. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be aware of our next video. As the title insinuated, today I'm going to talk about loving yourself. Okay, so why I chose this subject is because I realized that a lot of people don't really know how to love, and they usually go in a relationship in order to feel loved. But today I come with the secret of, if you don't love yourself, no matter where you go, no matter what relationship you enter, you will never be loved. You will never feel loved, because the biggest part that you're missing is that you don't love you. And you will never be satisfied by the love that other people will give you because you don't love you. Let's enter in the stories and talk about what loving yourself and how I end up to love myself again. To be real, as a kid, I always tell people, kids, the first thing is they love everybody. Until you do something to them, they will not love you. But we are born with this love, to love our parents, to love our siblings, to love our aunties, uncles, you know. But the reality is that a lot of time, this love that we are born with is most likely to fade away if we don't know how to keep it. And this is why I called this episode Learning How to Love Myself Again, Yourself Again, my bad, which is a process that maybe a lot of people don't even know that they can go through in order to love themselves again. So if you watched our previous video, the documentary, you will know that I have lost my dad and I went to a deep depression. And during this deep depression, I stopped loving. When I say I stopped loving, I literally stopped loving. Stop loving me, stop loving everybody that was around me. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it until my best friend, my friend, we were walking and he was dropping me home. And every time that I told the story, it always like made me laugh or amazes me to see, wow, Carmi, you came from a really hard time mentally. So my best friend, he was walking with me in my neighborhood, and then in front of the door, he gave me a hug. Then he said, "I love you." It was so hard to pronounce those 3 words. It wasn't because I don't love him. I just didn't know how to say it. Even though it's so easy to say I love you to somebody, then when he said I love you to me, I realized that I stopped saying I love you for 5 years. For 5 years, I realized that I stopped saying I love you for 5 years. Since 2010 until 2015, I stopped saying I love you for 5 years. I even forgot how to pronounce the words je t'aime, which is I love you. And I look at him, then I smiled, and I say goodbye, then I went inside. I went to my bed. When I went home, I say hi to everybody. I went to my bed, but I started crying. Not because it was painful, but because I realized that I couldn't say I love you. I couldn't say the words, even though there were 3 simple words that I wanted to get out, but it's just stuck inside of me and I couldn't say it. And I started wondering why. Why couldn't you say 3 little words when you're actually feeling that you love this person? Then after, I think the next week when he chopped me home again, then he said, bye and I love you. And I was like, bye. And I was running just to not say those words. Then he held my head and then he told me, Carmi, I love you. It was, I don't know if he knew what he was doing for me, but it was one of the most caring behavior that he made that day for me when he held my hand and he said, Carmi, I love you. I look at him. Then I say, I couldn't bear myself to say love you. Then I look at him, then I say, I can't say it. Instead of asking me why, you don't love me as a friend, you know this and that, he just pulled me in a hug. Then he said, I know, but I love you. I cried for almost, let me see, 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't remember. And he said, it's okay. Then I took a deep breath. Then I told him, je t'aime aussi. I love you too. Then he said, okay, I know you do. Then I went inside, then I cried my eyes out. Why am I telling this story? I am telling you this story today because later on when I was thinking about this exact moment that I was going through with my best friend, I realized that he didn't push me. He didn't tell me, oh, you didn't say I love you or anything like that. He understood what I was going through. He understood that I couldn't say the words. He understood that I couldn't even pronounce it properly. He understood that. Instead of pushing me, he held me in his arms and let me cry on his shoulder. And the fact that I couldn't say the word wasn't because I didn't love him, but it was because I didn't love myself enough to say the word. To be real, loving yourself may take a while when you forget who you are, when you don't know who you are. There's no exact way to learn how to love yourself, actually. The only way that you can love yourself properly is when you love yourself for who you are because you know who you are and not for what people are saying. I thought I was always confident. And I always tell people the reason why I always keep my confidence even though I was going through the hardest time in my mental health is because when I was growing up, my dad usually told me that I was the most beautiful girl in the world. So when I walk outside, I knew that I was the most beautiful girl in the world. So it wasn't an issue for me. But just because I had this confidence doesn't mean that I actually loved me for me. I knew that I was pretty, but I didn't love Carmi for Carmi. I had so many things that I wanted to change about me. I wanted to change my booty. I wanted to change this. I wanted to change that. I wanted to change this and that. I wanted to change this behavior. I wanted to change this, that. I didn't like me for me. Because around me, after my dad died, all that I could hear of was how bad I was and never how good I was. And because I only sit on what I heard, I hated myself for what I heard. Learning how to love yourself is also looking deeply inside of you to see who you truly are and not what people see. I had to do that to love me. After my best friend, I stopped saying I love you again because I wasn't used to say je t'aime. I wasn't used to say those words. I wasn't used to say I love you. Yeah, I remember one day I was talking to my mom and I said, Mommy, I can't say I love you. I can't say the words. Then she looks at me, then she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I cannot say it. I can bear myself to say it. I cannot say it. I cannot pronounce it. I cannot. The only one time that I say it was to my best friend. And she hugged me and she said, I love you. And I'll keep saying it to you until you know, until you're able to say the words yourself. Listen, people think learning how to love yourself is easy. It's not. You cannot hate yourself today and love yourself tomorrow. It's impossible. It's a process that you have to go through. A process that you have to take your time to understand. You cannot rush into it. Nobody can make you love yourself. Nobody in the earth. Not a boyfriend, not your mom, not your aunt, not your uncle, not your cousin, not your sister, not your brother. Nobody can make you love yourself. The only person that has this power to make you love yourself is you. Is you. And the only way that you can do that is when you have a reflection inside of you. Looking of this person that you admire, that you love, that you want to embrace every single day. Even though everybody's saying things bad about it, you want this person to be loved. You want this person to be appreciated. You want this person to be embraced. You want this person to be you. And even though the world is mad about it, you're gonna still stick by the side of this person who is you. This is what loving yourself is. It's not only about, oh my goodness, I'm going out to look good, I love myself. Hashtag, I love myself. It's not about, oh my goodness, I have to do my skincare. Hashtag, self-love. It's not about, today, I'm going to the gym because I want this body on top. Hashtag self-love. It's not that. Until you see who you truly are for you and not for what people are saying, you don't love yourself. If you only see your beauty because people are saying that you're beautiful, you need to check yourself, baby. If you only see your beautiful voice, your beautiful mind, your beautiful behavior, just because people are telling you that they are beautiful, you need to take a time and look inside of you and see if you really see yourself the way people see you. A lot of people are outside pretending to be happy. Sometimes I wake up, have a bad day, but I still have to put the smiles in front of everybody because I gotta look fine for them. But I know I'm not right. It's the same way that a lot of people are walking outside like they are confident, but they are not. And it's not because they cannot be. It's not because they're ugly. It's not because they wear makeup. It's not because they do skincare. It's not because they don't go to the gym. It's only because they never look deep enough to see the person that they are, to appreciate this person, to love this person, to cherish this person. Listen, I was told that when I walk in a room, I own it. I never knew. To be real, I never knew that when I walk in a room, I own it. Someone had to tell me that. Then I was like, damn, why? But you know why? Because when I walk in a room, I project the karma that I want, the karma that I see, the karma that I love. And once I project it, people may say bad about it, but I'm still proud of her. I walk in the room with my face, with my karma, with my personality, with my behavior. Not willing to compromise it for anybody. Yeah, I always tell people, you want it, you take it. You don't want it, baby, you leave it. There's no way I'm changing for you. Listen, it's good to change when you want to progress in your life. What is wrong is when you're changing for people. Because you may not realize it yet, but later on, you will hate yourself for changing for people. I was a people pleaser. I know, if you know me personally, it's hard to believe. Because right now, if I say no, I say no. If I say yes, I say yes. If I say maybe, I say maybe. Nobody cannot make me turn on my words right now. I was a people pleaser once, and nobody knew it. Because they always see me as the strong, whatever. Anyway. I always wanted to do everything I can to please people. I always wanted to do everything I can to have a call from my aunt, and here, oh, come here, I'm so proud of you. I always, if you say, come, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I was ready to do it. We're ready to do it. If you say, come here, I don't like the way you wear your hair, I will take it off. Because I wanted to please you in order for you to be proud of me. And one of the things that I remember that I told one of my cousins is, back then, when I didn't love myself, I was ready to do anything to take a fake love, even though I knew it was a fake love. Y'all, it's real. It's no joke. It's real what I'm seeing right now. Some people do it still. But after I love myself, I learned to see who love me for me and who want to change me because they don't love me for me. And you know the hardest part is that the people that want to change you because they don't love you for you, they act like they love you because they want to be accepted in your corner in order to change for them, but they don't see you. I tell people, I love people. I'm a hard lover. But the thing is, if you don't love karma for karma, then you're not part of karma's circle. That's it. If you want to change me, you're not supposed to be there because you are supposed to be another person. Right now, I took decision to change for me, not for people. And I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy with it. And people don't really see it. People don't really see what loving yourself can bring to your life. They don't really see what accepting yourself can bring to your life, just as a happiness and peace. A lot of us hate ourselves. It's not because we don't think we're beautiful. It's not because we don't think we're the best, but it's because people keep telling us that we're not. You're not beautiful. You're not the best. You're not smart. You can never be the first in your class. You're not polite enough. You're selfish. And we hate ourselves because of what people are saying. But we never look deep inside to see, I'm kind, I'm caring. I am loved by God. I am amazing. I know how to dress. I know how to do my makeup. I know how to do my skincare. I know how to go to the gym. I'm going to the gym because I want to go to the gym. I'm doing my makeup not because I feel like it, but because I want to do my makeup. Stop seeing you for what people are saying and start seeing you for who you are seeing. And love it. Cherish it. Take it. Share it with others. Some will love it and some will hate it and others will fear it. But one thing, just make sure that your first love is you and nobody else.